Hi there. Today I want to talk to you about managing burnout for volunteers, both from the point of view of the volunteer and the point of view of the person who manages or leads a nonprofit and works with volunteers. My name is Matthew Ewell from Leading with Nice, where we want to help you inspire others, build loyalty, and get results. Now, we're recording this in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic, and people are still volunteering, some in person at a place like a food bank, and others through their place of worship or through maybe a Girl Guide troop. Now, the models and the ideas I'm going to talk to you about were really inspired by a former president and CEO of the Girl Scouts, Frances Hesselbein. And she had this great model where she actually never said she was planning to do something. She was always just doing something temporarily. Now, don't be mistaken, she had quite a few long and successful stints at different places, Girl Scouts being one of them, and running a leadership studio being another one. However, the idea that nothing was permanent is a really great takeaway. So if you're a volunteer, I want to give you this really quick tip, and it's to approach your volunteer situation the same way professional athletes sometimes approach contracts, where the last year of their contract is a player option. So what they say is, okay, I'll play for your team for 2 years, and then the third year, it'll be my choice if I choose to stay here. And if I do, my contract will be this. But if I choose to leave, we've agreed on that ahead of time. So for example, you might commit to 6 months, and you'll tell yourself, I'm going to stay here for 6 months, and you'll tell the nonprofit, I'll stay here for 6 months. And in your mind, you'll say, but I'll do another 3 months. And maybe you'll do another series of 3 months. So as it comes up to that 6-month deadline, you can have a conversation first with yourself and maybe somebody you trust if it's still right for you, and then make a decision to move on. Or you can have a conversation with the nonprofit and say, I'm actually okay to stay here for 3, 6, 9, 12 more months and continue on. Now, from the point of view of the nonprofit, one area you might want to explore is cross-training your volunteers and being intentional about moving them around. Because what happens is volunteers, when they get into a grind, their volunteer opportunity can sometimes become like a job. Now, this is not true, and this is just one strategy. Sorry, it's not true for everybody, and this is just one strategy you can implement. But having a very clear plan that says, okay, for the first 3 months, you're going to be doing this, the next few months, you'll be doing that, etc., etc. Now, obviously, if your nonprofit or charity is quite small, maybe it's all hands on deck all the time, but it can be a really successful approach to helping your volunteers stay fresh. They're always learning new skills. Perhaps they are cross-pollinating with other people in the nonprofit. And in addition to the altruistic reasons why people volunteer, they also volunteer sometimes to get that experience, to meet other people and to network. So you're really feeding into that desire and providing that opportunity for them as well. I love working with nonprofits, and this just scratches the surface. It's the tip of the iceberg, and I can think of a few more analogies that mean there's a lot more to speak about. I'd love to talk about your nonprofit and how you can increase the effectiveness of both your staff and volunteer team. Reach out to me on my website, leadingwithnice.com, and I'll speak to you again. Have a great day.